Hello everybody, welcome photographers to this video. I'm excited to speak with y'all because photography is my love, and it was my business for years and years. And I now, many of y'all know, we own and operate 4K Retouch. We are retouchers now. We shoot probably 20-25 maybe sessions a year. So photography is not our bread and butter anymore, but it is our love. And so we moved into the retouching side because of health reasons, and I miss it. And that's the reason why I'm happy to talk to y'all, because whenever I started using Sentext, I was building the retouching side of our photography business. Back when we were still shooting, I was very excited about building our business, or the photography side of it, with the Sentext marketing. And the mobile messaging was, I could tell it was a key to what a lot of photographers, and especially back then I was just worried about myself, and how I knew it was the key to using our existing fan base on social media. It was the key to bringing it all together. But by the time we had heard about Sentext and mobile marketing, it was too late. My knees had given out, and after getting some work done on them, it just wasn't gonna work anymore, so we had to give it up. And so we moved to the retouching side. We used Sentext to help build the business, and now we no longer even have an active website for the retouching side because we just don't need it. And it works that well. And I'm excited, like I say, to tell you about this because I want you to use it how I plan to use it. And I knew it was going to take our photography business to whatever level we wanted to get to. And it was the answer. And so now I'm bringing it to you, and as a Sentext rep and coach, because I want to see you excel and succeed. So as we work through this, know that it's going to be long and exhaustive, but it's going to be full of information and examples of how I feel like we can put you together a plan using your existing social media and really it'll just blast your business to whatever level you want to take it. So here we go. I'm going to try to work this as fast as I can, but it will be a lot of information. So try to set aside some time to watch the rest of this where you won't be interrupted, and get you a pen and paper and take notes or take screenshots or whatever you need, because I'm going to throw out a lot of ideas I have, and there'll be a lot of statistics, or some statistics, that I believe will get you as excited about it as I am. So here we go. Okay, photographers, let's go over some numbers that you probably may already know, but if not, you need to know. And this is it's very enlightening that this is the reality that we face on social media. On social media, as y'all all know already, because we're always griping about it, your posts are only seen by about 10% of your followers. And whether that's Facebook or Instagram or whatever, but mainly these numbers come from Facebook, but they are very similar on other platforms as well. But the number is 10%. When you make a post, Facebook wants you to promote it. And so they're not going to show it to 9 out of 10 of the people that are following you. And they may see it and just fly right by it and scrolling right by it because they're looking for something else, or they're not interested right now, or whatever the deal might be. And so whenever you look at the next thing, we know that email is, everybody talks about how great email marketing is, and it is. There's no doubt. It works. Whenever you build you an email list and you are consistent on sending informational emails and you do it right, then you are still only going to get a 20% reach to your subscribers. And that's just terrible. So you get a 10% reach with social media, you get a 20% reach with email, and the key here is you get a 99% reach with text messaging. 99% of all people that you send a text, or that sends a text, actually receives it, or that is the addressee to a text receives it. 99% of them. 97% are open within 3 minutes. 97% of text messages are open within 3 minutes. And as it's all been already figured out for us, 75% of customers who prefer offers delivered by SMS, which is text messaging, 75% of customers prefer receiving their information via text over email or social media. The reason why is whenever they opt in to get these messages, they want it. They want to see what you have to say. They don't want to have to hunt for it. And so a text message gets to them instantly, and they get, like I say, 97% of them open it within 3 minutes. I mean, that number is staggering whenever you consider the alternative, which is social media and email. That's your alternative. 10 to 20%. Well, this way, you are reaching 97% of the people within 3 minutes. And 3/4 of them, of the people out here, would rather have a text message than social media or email and trying to find it. I mean, we all know how crappy email has gotten. I mean, you can't hardly read your emails because you get 100 crap emails versus, 1 or 2 that you actually need to read. In social media, people follow so many friends and family and everything else that whenever your post comes through there, what's the odds they'll even see it? Well, it's 10%. That's the odds they'll actually see it. It's 10%. So 97% versus 10 or 20%. That's huge. It's exciting to me to know that you can reach your people. Now look at the picture of the phone here. That's an example of what comes up after after somebody opts in to your VIP group. Now, most of y'all know that have been doing email marketing that you can't spam anybody. So everybody has to opt in to your VIP group, your VIP text messaging group. They have to opt in. So what they do is they send a text. They'll see your ad that looks similar to what's on this phone, but it'll say text portrait to 51660 to join our VIP group, and you'll receive whatever your offer is. Because how it works is you put the offer out there that entices them to join your VIP group. And the offer can be anything from a contest, it can be anything, for a free session, or it can be for a free add-on portrait, or it can be for anything. It's whatever you feel like you want to use to promote it. The key is if you say $5 off your $500 session, nobody's going to join it. You've got to give them something that they really want, because the better the offer, the more that will subscribe. And so you don't have to give the $500 session away for free. You don't have to do that. But you've got to do something that's worth their while, and we'll talk about all this later. So you put out the information that says join our VIP group, and we'll get into that later too. And they text the keyword to the number. It comes back and says you are subscribing to Joe Blow's photography studio VIP club. Do you want to subscribe? And they have to reply back yes. So it's basically a double opt-in that verifies that they are wanting you to text them. So now you're all in the legal, you're all in the clear, and you know that they want you to text them. Then it's all good. So you can't, there's absolutely no way to plug in anybody's number that hasn't opted in. And that's, it's good and it's bad. You may already have permission from somebody to use, their phone number, but Sentext wants it to be completely legal, and they make them do a double opt-in. So that's great, because the people that double opt-in are serious about hearing what you have to say. Okay, here is an example of opt-in signage that you can use, or what it'll actually look like. This is a basic version that is done by Sentext, and they have backgrounds and sort of different themes for different people, and they look really nice. Like this one looks really nice, but you and I can develop our own using your images, and I can put them together for you. So that way you can, we can't send it to Sentext and get them to do it, but you and I can work together and make our own. Or you can make your own if you're a Photoshop whiz too. But either way, I am here as your coach and your rep, agent, whatever you want to call me. And I will do it for you all along. And there's no charge. You know, that's what you get when you sign up with Sentext. You get an agent, you get a representative, and with me having a background in Photoshop and stuff, I like to offer my people the option that they can use me to design their stuff where we can work together back and forth and you can get exactly what you want. So keep that in mind whenever you're getting ready to do this, that we can make our own. Of course, this isn't a photography studio, it's a salon in this image, but that's what it sort of looks like because it says text, then you'll have your keyword, so it can have your studio name. It has to be one word, not multiple words, but you can have your studio name, and then you'll have a number assigned 51660 or one of the other numbers that they have that it sends to, and that's how they opt in. On the right side, you will see that that's where the offer goes. You know, different layouts have it in different places, but on this one, it's the offer. And that's what I was saying. Get $5 off, $30 or more is not a very great incentive to get people to join. With photography, and depending on what you do and your style and everything else, the possibilities are endless on what you can offer to get them to join up. And just think about if you were to say, you know, a free session and you do it for 3 months, how many people you can get to sign up for a free session, and all you're out is your time and of course your expertise. But there's a for if you offered it for 3 months, remember that when I start telling you about the pricing, because I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, whenever you sign up through me, one thing that I do is I give you the first 3 months for free. You're not paying your subscription for the first 3 months. So if you put out an offer, then you can do it for that whole 3 months, or do it once a month, or whatever you want to do to get people to sign up. Because the initial offer, like this one here, is to just get them to join your VIP club. It's what you're using as a big incentive to get them to join. Because the more people that join, the more people you have instant access to. So remember that as we're going along, and start thinking about what can your offer be that will entice people enough to get them to give you their phone number and let you start texting them. That's the whole key here, because if you don't have anybody sign up, then it's a waste of money. But even these little offers like $5 off, $30 or more, they work. They simply work. I've seen it done hundreds of times, and it works. So anything more is a better incentive. You know, if you say, you know, well, we'll get into that here shortly. I'm jumping ahead of myself, but this is what it will look like. You can have your background image. You can have a picture of your studio. You can have a picture of yourself. You can have a picture of your favorite model. Just whatever you want to grab the attention of people, and that's what you're going to use to start blasting out there on social media and at your studio if you have a studio, or you're going to start, you know, texting your past customers. You can get it out there 100 different ways, and we're going to talk about that too, because that's where I've been thinking all along, is how could I get this to people, and that's where I'm going to be invaluable to you on how to get it done, because I've got so many ideas. And the great thing is, we can change this up as often as we like. If we're only getting, you know, if you've got 2,000 fans on Facebook and we're only getting 10, we only got 10 to sign up the first month, then we need to make a change. We need to do something because we need more to sign up than that. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep working it until we find the deal that works. But I've already seen it happen, and I already know what's worked for others, and that's what I'm going to pass along to you. So keep in mind as we're going along, what do you think your initial offer is going to be? Because that's the key to getting it rolling. Okay, let's talk about what makes up a great offer. Notice that I didn't say what makes up a good offer. I said what makes up a great offer, because the difference between a good offer and a great offer is often the difference between success and failure. Now, the good thing is you can change this. You change your offer at any time. And so it's not a one-shot pass or fail, success or failure, go at it, because you can adapt your offer, adapt your marketing throughout the whole time, and that's exactly what needs to be done. Even if you have an offer that is great and bringing in lots of opt-ins from your customers, we'll always try to do better, because there's better than great. There's excellent, outstanding, unbelievable. We want to get to those levels. So the parts of the slide I showed you a while ago, the picture I showed you of the offer, means each part of it means something to whether it's going to have success or failure. You need a good, really good background image. While Sentext, their default imagery has some really good images to choose from, photographers, nothing better showcases your work better than your own work. So we'll go through and we will pick out the perfect image to put on your offer. It needs to be eye-catching. It needs to instantly grab people's attention, because it's the first thing they're going to see. It's what, if they look at something and they're not interested in it, they're not going to read what's on the picture. And so it's a very important part. And you as a photographer have so many options on what you want to do, way more than anybody else, because it's what you do for a living. You take excellent pictures, breathtaking images. So we'll pick them and we will decide which one and we'll go with it. You need your logo on it. You need to start, as any other, branding rules apply here, you need to show your company colors, company logo, company fonts. All that can be adapted on this offer image. So if you don't have a logo, it's time to get one. If you do have one, we're in great shape and ready to go. It needs to have a good, really good keyword. A lot of keywords are going to be taken because there's only one keyword per person or per the whole. If the keyword is taken by one person, it takes it up for everybody, because you can't have people texting it won't apply to you, and so we will have to choose a keyword that works specifically for your business. If you shoot boudoir, we will start off with boudoir or your name, your business name, something catchy, something that people will instantly recognize as boudoir. If it is seniors, then we will pick something that has to do with high school seniors. Graduation, something to do with that genre of the business. Children, there's a million options. If it's weddings, million options. There's a million options. We just have to figure out which isn't taken and which works for you. But all that put together makes for a good offer. But what takes it over the top is what your actual offer is to the people you are trying to get to opt into this. Even if you have to give up a lot of profit, remember these will be repeat customers, because they're going to be in your pipeline. They're going to be receiving your text a couple times a week. And so they're not going to be a one-time customer. They will be a lifelong customer. That's what this is all about. So bringing them in once for something that you may not, I see photographers saying never discount your product. It diminishes you. Well, that's semi-true. I agree with it, but that's on a grand scale. That's on a permanent scale. You should be able to say, I want you to join my VIP text club, and for that, if you join, I'm going to give you such and such. And it needs to be compelling. It needs to be a wow factor. If you gave 50% off your session fee or your print orders, probably wouldn't be profitable enough, but session fee or your package that you offer, if you gave 50% off, that would be highly compelling. Would it be highly profitable? It would be profitable. I know the profits in photography. I know what they are. It would be profitable. Would it be as profitable as if they just showed up and they weren't in your VIP club or weren't joining your VIP club? No, because you get 100%. But 100% of nothing is nothing. 50% of 100% is 50%. You're making money. And I'm throwing 50% out because I know it's compelling. I know it'll grab their attention and make them want to sign up. So, does it have to be 50%? No. Does it have to be off your session? No. Does it have to be off your package? No. But it needs to be something that's very compelling. And this is just a one-time offer. They get it one time. Are you going to offer 50% off a wedding? No. But you can now offer free bridal sessions or free boudoir bridal or free engagement in bridal. Something that you're not giving them their prints, but you are giving them their bridals. the sessions. So it has to be something that's very, very compelling. And it has to be something that they can't refuse to sign up. It needs to be something that when they see it, they go, I better sign up now because I don't want to forget to later. I better do it. And that's how you're going to get people to opt in, and you're going to grab their attention for life. We're about to move into the nuts and bolts of the whole thing. We're about to talk about the ROI. I'm going to show you some examples of what you can actually expect from this and how it's going to change your business. But before we do that, let's just go over what we've talked about so far. We've already established that we already know that Facebook limits what you say and what gets out to your followers. Email is only opened up 20% of the time or less. We have talked about the offer that you're going to put together, that we will put together, and how it needs to be very enticing to bring them in to sign up, and that it has to be something that's going to make it worth their while. Because if y'all haven't heard about it, it's time you start running your business by using WIFM, WIIFM, which stands for What's in It for Me. You've got to realize that your potential customers and your past customers and your present customers all want to know what's in it for them. You have to live by that analogy that they will only be moved to act if there's something good in it for them. And if you don't give them something good enough, they're not going to do it. So what's in it for them here? We're going to entice them into, we're going to give them something, give them a discount, give them a free print, give them a free session, give them something that entices them, compels them to sign up. Once they are signed up, they are going to receive your announcements, your text message announcements. They will receive it and they will read it within 3 minutes, 97% of the time. 97% of the people will open up and read your text message within 3 minutes. You will get instant reaction to whatever you're putting out. You will broadcast anything that's of importance that they need to know, which builds on with them. What's in it for them? What's in it for me? You've got to realize that is your base of actually propelling your business to the next level. It's all about them. I know so many of you do such a great job with that, but your offers, your marketing is not what's in it for them. It's what's in it for you. So you got to start looking at it completely different. You've got to look at it on how you can make their life easier. So you've got to text them once they have opted in. You've got to text them great offers. For example, I am in the Pizza Hut texting. They send me texts, and I will look at their text as soon as they send it, And I don't know how many times when I got their deal of the day or deal of the week, however often they send it out, I don't know how many times you can't count it on my fingers and toes. So it's over 20 that we decided on dinner based on the text message that they sent. It works. It simply works. It's all a numbers game. The more you have opted in, the better your chances are that you're going to get people to reply to it, that's going to utilize what you send out. But you're just like any other marketing, it can't be all salesy. You send it out saying, hey, look at our new blog. This was our senior bunch for 2019. And you have a blog or however you express your Facebook or whatever, however you show your stuff. You have a link to it, and people will click on that link, and it'll take them to your Facebook. Remember that 90% of them wouldn't have seen it because Facebook blocks them unless you promote it. 90% of these people wouldn't have seen it if you wouldn't have texted them. So sure, they're going to say, hey, I got a senior coming up next year. Let me see what their senior pictures look like, and they're going to click on that link. You're acting like, look at these amazing seniors that we did. You're not saying, look at my work I did. You're saying, look at these awesome seniors that are graduating this year. Congratulations. And so they're going to click on it. They're going to look at it. At the bottom on your Facebook post, you're going to say, if you would like to schedule, click here. And then you're going to have in your calendar that every so often you're going to send another text that, hey, 2020 seniors, now's the time to start booking your sessions. Click here for 10% off. Or you don't even have to give an offer. You just let them know it's time to book. The only true offer you have to give is the opt-in. Anything over that is just gravy. So we know what it takes now. We know that this texting plan is what it takes to get to your people instantly. And they read it. We know you got to have a compelling offer. So now let's talk about what the offer will bring in when you send it out, and what will your return on investment look like. Okay, ROI explained, and this is for photographers. I do a ROI explanation for the genres, and what this is it's what can be expected, but it's what can be expected at minimum. Is it a guarantee? No, it's not. But what it is the low numbers of what I've seen. And the low numbers means I want to under-promise and over-deliver. Meaning I've seen better, but I want to show you that with minimal effort, this is what you can achieve. With huge effort, the possibilities are completely unlimited. You get what you put into something. You get out of it what you put into it. If you buy into Sentext, but you don't buy into the program, so you start paying your money or start getting your free months and you don't do anything with it, it's not going to work. That's all there is to it. But if you if you approach me, make yourself available to me, and we put together a plan for you, and you put all effort into it, then your numbers will skyrocket. So this is going to be a minimum of what you can expect with some effort. You have to give effort. It's not a magic potion. Nothing ever is. You have to put out the effort. But this is going to be minimal effort. What I'm showing here. With maximum effort, you can take yourself to whatever level you want to. Take your business to whatever level you want to. You can take your lifestyle to whatever you want to. So, again, this is ROI explained, and it's explained with minimal effort. So, take that into consideration when you're looking at the numbers. Okay, hello everybody. Let's get started on the ROI. What we have here is a screenshot of a photographer. I did a random Facebook search for photographer, and I come up with a bunch. Bunch had 70,000 likes, followers, and I just wanted to be more realistic that some of us don't have 70,000 followers, 70,000 likes. And this one here, as you see down here in the bottom right, has 1,736 people follow it. And so that's a realistic number, and it's where a lot of photographers are. And of course the more the better, but it does this, what this program does is it helps build that number also. So it's a win-win for getting the message out to these 1,736 people, plus it's a win-win for getting more. So I blacked out, took off all the information of the photographer because I don't want to overstep any boundaries, and blacked out part of the image, which was a amazing image that has on her Facebook profile, on the page profile, that but I took it off to make sure that we didn't infringe on anybody. And so what we're going to use is just the information. The main part we're going to use is the 1,736 followers, and I wanted to show that it works for anybody, big or small. What will happen, remember, is you will take, and for photographers, the way I like to promote their offer is through social media. And you'll remember that I said a while ago, well, hell, only 10% of people see your social media. So that means you will have to promote it. You're going to have to take the offer and promote it to those 1,736 people and beyond if you would like. And you don't have to spend, $10, $20 a month. Whatever you want to spend, how fast you want this to work. And we can work on that together. But that's not the only way. You don't have to pay to promote it. It just works the fastest, and we all know that. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. And so what we're going to look at is we're going to look at these 1,700 people that has following, okay? And I can't write today. And we're going to promote. We're going to get an image like the one that's shown here or whatever, and we're going to make our offer. And whatever the offer is, the better the offer, the more opt-ins you're going to get. But we're going to say 10% because 10% is a very low, very, very low number for photographers. On other videos, I've used as low as 5%. On photographers, 10% is the lowest I've ever seen. And so we're going to go with 10%, which is a very low number, and you're going to promote it for a month. So what that means is you will have 170 people opt in month one. Okay? That means you have 10% of your 1,700 see it and respond to it. They text your keyword to the number and they opt in to your VIP text club. That's 170 people. Now let's say, for example, the offer that you put in there was for a half price session. And let's say your session fee is extremely low at $100. So that means you will bring in $50 for the session fee because you cut it in half for them, and then you sell your portraits. And say, for example, that your average sale, like most photographers, is a minimum of around $300 average. But you're going to give them 50% off their fees. Okay, this is over and above the session fees. Now I'm just going way out saying this is what you can do. You don't have to, but say you give 50% off your prints or your digitals. So that means you're going to have 150 for you, 150 for them. So you will bring in 150 on average for a total of $200 per session that these 170 people actually call in and schedule. But let's say, for example, the number is very, very low of people that actually call in and book a session out of 170. Let's just say that number is 5%. Only 5% of this 170 people here call and schedule a session. You shoot them and you clear $200. Okay? So this is profit. We've already taken out what we're giving out, and it's $150 to $200 profit depending on how your pay structure is set up and their costs. If you're a digital photographer, then it's $200 minus your time. But if you're a print photographer, it's $150 or so. But we're going to go with $200 profit, saying you're a shoot and burn, which is the going thing now. And so if you're an IPS photographer, this number is going to be way higher. So keep that in consideration. But it's $200 profit. 5% of 170 opt-in, which is 8.5 people. So we're going to say 8 people utilize it. So of course we're going to times that's $1,600. $1,600 in the first month that people opted in with. They opted in, utilized the opt-in offer that they've got, and you brought in $1,600 that month from those 8 people. That's a very fair number to look at. Well, remember, the first month you will have to pay $199 setup fee, and so that is $1,401 that you cleared. There's also a $129 fee per month, but that is waived for month 1, 2, and 3. Only with me, but it's waived for the first 3 months, so you don't have to pay that. So the first month is $1,401. Okay, so that's pretty cut and dried. Month 1, $1,400. That's what you cleared over and above. So your ROI is already astronomical. Now let's look at month 2. Okay. What you're going to look at is you're going to have 16 people, because you got 8 and 8. So we're going to do the same thing again. That same $1,600. That same $1,600 is going to come right back, because the next month you're going to get another 10% or more opt-in, because you're either going to keep the same offer or you're going to change the offer and make it better. But every month your subscriber list is going to grow. So you get another 170 people here, right here. You're going to get another 8 people, which is just 5%. So you're going to get another $1,600. Month 2 will be $1,600. Why didn't I take out the $199? Because the $199 fee is completely free. I mean, it's a one-time charge. You'll never see it again. Again, the $129 for month 2 is waived, so you don't pay it. Month 3, it's going to be the same thing. You get another 170 or so followers or opt-ins. You're going to get another 8 people and make another $1,600. Your $129 fee is waived. You make $1,600. So you have $32, $40, $600 that you made in those 3 months before you ever have to start paying this $129 fee. $4,600. Now remember, you're going to have 170 for the first month, 170 opt-ins for the second month, 170 opt-ins for the third month. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 510 people that's now following or opted into your deal. There are 510 of them. They were interested enough in your offer to opt in and let you start texting them. So that means they will be a customer one day. They wouldn't have opted in if they're not going to be. So every month this number grows. And every month you get more business because of it. Now, say you stop this after the first 3 months. You've got 510 subscribers. And from then on, you just start sending out text to what you have going on with your business. That's when the true magic starts happening. This was awesome to get the subscribers to start following. Would I ever suggest? Okay, now we have already made $4,601, so your ROI is tremendous. We got that. But now let's look at it going forward with just 521 subscribers, the same 521 that we got when we sent out our offer. Okay. Let's look at what she has going on right here. Okay. She has a special that says dust off those CDs and USB drives. Let's get these images on the walls. For clients I've already photographed 2018 and later, I'll be offering canvas and frame wall collections and clusters for 60% off now through 4/13 at 8 p.m. Remember, this is Facebook, so only 10% of her followers are going to see this. 10%. Because it's not promoted. Only 10% are going to see it. So what does that mean? That means if we use this number, we're going to take an example and we're going to say she has shot 100 sessions during this time frame that she's talked about. Only 10% of the people are going to see it. So she is going to have 10 of those 100 people see this special that she has going on. That means only 10 of the 100 are going to see it. 10%. Y'all following me? Because it's restricted by Facebook. Let's say she has a great turnout and 50% success on orders. Okay? Can't write percent. So 50% of 10% is 5 people. She had 100 sessions during this time period. 10% saw it because of Facebook restrictions. 5 people of the 10, 50%, half of them, successfully purchased this special. Now, let's look at what Sentext mobile marketing can do for you, text marketing can do for you. You have the same 100 sessions. Now, not 10%, but we talked about earlier, 99% of people see the text messages. 99%. They receive them. 97% will read them within 3 minutes. Okay? But 99% will see it. That means 99 people will see this instead of 100. Instead of 10. 99 versus 10. That's huge. Same success rate of 50%. You've got 50. 50 people successfully purchased this special. Just using the same numbers. Just using the exact same numbers we used up here. The only thing that changed is only 10% of the people see it with Facebook, and 99 see it with Sentext. Isn't that amazing? If she makes $100 off this special, just $100, she goes from $500 to $5,000. Let's look at another example just using these 521 subscribers. Let's say, for example, you have, I like using this one because everybody can relate, you have Easter mini sessions. Okay? So I apologize for my writing. But you have Easter mini sessions with bunnies. Is that how you spell bunnies? I think it is. you're going to be doing it for a week, and you're going to shoot 10 sessions a day for 5 days. You have 50 sessions. Okay? You put this out to your Facebook. So you got 1,736 followers. 170 would be 10%. 173. If she got 10% to take her up on it, that would be awesome. 173. But just remember, only 173 are going to see it. Remember, 10% is what Facebook allows unless you promote it. So that's 1,736 times 10% is 173. 173 people see it. If 10%, like I say, actually do it, that's 1.7. You get 1.7 out of 1,736 because Facebook will limit what you show. Now, you could say the argument's been for a long time, just promote it. Then all 1,736 will see it. Right? Right. Do you know what it costs to get that in front of people for 4 to 5 times? It takes 4 to 5 times for people to see it. It takes about a $10 a day budget. $10 a day budget, and you have to start weeks in advance. So, $70 a week times weeks is 3 weeks would be $210. Well, remember, you're now into your $129 plan here. It costs you $129. So you're at half price right now, and you can text them as much as you want. Well, you can text them up to 5,000 texts per month without having to pay an overage, but the overage is so minimal it doesn't matter. So let's just say all you do is send a text out to your 521 subscribers. We have Easter sessions, mini sessions going on. We have live bunnies, and book your session now. Click the link to schedule your time and date. And they do it. And you get just 10%, the same 10% we talked about a while ago that got you 1.7. 10% of 521 is 52. You now have over your 50. The same numbers. 10% of 173 because you're limited is 1.7. 50% or 10% of 521 is 52. You have filled your sessions for $129 just for that month, while you can be working on several different months at the same time. Several different months of your marketing campaign at the same time. For this $129, it'll cost you $200 plus to promote this, where the 1,736 will actually see it. So, as what I'm telling you is, these people are so much more valuable than this number, the 1,736, because these people are actively looking to do business with you. And you can reach them instantly. And so what you have is a lot higher success rate with the smaller number. You have a huge success rate with the 521 versus a 10% of 10% success rate with the 1,736. The 1,736 is just a number. This 521 is hot leads, and hot leads turns into big money. So for the $129 that you pay for the month, you can not only do this Easter sessions. You can also start working on senior sessions or whatever the next holiday is coming up, whatever your marketing campaign has, your marketing calendar is showing you need to work on. You're working on it all at the same time. So 129 goes a long ways whenever your $200 promotion for this one Easter Bunny sessions would knock out $210 of your profits. You can see the difference. The reason why it's so important to understand is your ROI goes up so much higher. Your return on investment goes up so much higher. It's so great whenever you're marketing only to people that really want to hear your offer than it is when you're having to push these Facebook ads or anything else out to people that follow you for who knows what reason. They may just follow you because they thought it was a pretty picture, or you took Joe Blow's daughter's pictures, or whatever reason, and they didn't feel like they wanted to opt in to get your messages because they're not a serious buyer. These 521 are, and it will grow and grow and grow. And so the more it grows, the quicker you fill these 50 Easter sessions. And the key here is understanding what brings them in, because this lady knows what a great offer is. 60% off canvases is a great offer. Great offer. And she doesn't have to give them anything else, these 521. All she's got to do is announce it to them that she's having this special, and here they come. It's plain and simple. I hope y'all understand that. Okay. I've shown some examples, but I hadn't really got into the ROI part of it, except for just showing you how much money can be made with just using the text plan. But remember, we got up to 521 subscribers. This is at end of month 3, and that's when your $129 per month starts. At the end of month 3, beginning of month 4. So let's go with those numbers, and let me just explain something. If you just go with those 521 subscribers, okay, and you're monthly, or you're a photographer that, let's do 2 sides: shoot and burn and IPS. If you're a shoot and burn photographer, let's say you make I don't want to. Let's just say the average shoot and burn photographer makes $75 per session, and if you're an IPS photographer, of course it can go up into the thousands. But let's just say your average is $400 per session. Well, the ROI is obvious here. If you're a shoot and burn photographer, whenever you're texting these 521 people, if 2 people utilize it and take you up on your offer out of these 521, you just beat your $129. You just made money, if just 2. So when we look at it, that is just 2 is less than 0.5%. If 1/2% of these 521 subscribers opt in, 0.5%, if they take you up on an offer during the month, then you cover your cost. 0.5%. If 10%, that's not even say, let's say 3%. 3% of these 521 subscribers, 3% now. Because remember that these 521 subscribers wanted you to text them because they want to know what's going on at your studio. They want to hire you. They want to use you. So you get something in their face with these text messages that makes 3% of them, just 3%. Buy, that's 15.63. It's 15 people per month. 15 times your 75 is $1,125. Minus 129, you just made $1,000 just by sending them text. You covered your cost and you made $1,000. That's just 3%. Okay, just 3%. Like I said earlier, the low end is 10%. 10% would be 52 times 75 would be 3,900 minus your 150, 37, or your 129, 3,770. $3,770. That's a huge ROI. Huge ROI. IP sessions, it's obvious. If you get one, it's going to be $400. If you just get one would be less than 0.25% of your people, of your 521. I mean, do y'all not realize how easy it is to get 0.25% of your subscribers to buy in? 0.25%. Let's use the same 3% over here as we did over there. 3% of 521 is that same 15. So you say 15 times 400 is $6,000. $6,000. And you're spending $129 a month to get them. I don't know how to explain it. Is your 3% guaranteed? No. Is your 0.00015% guaranteed to cover the 129? You need 0.00015. That's the percent you need to get one session where you'll cover your 129 and make money. So if you go, it's just 0.00015 times 3 is 0.5%. If you get one every 3 months, just one every 3 months at $400 per session, one every 3 months, it covers your fees. One every 3 months. Going rate is 10%. 10% of 521 is 52. You get 52 times your 400. Well, that's 28 grand. Let me check my figures, make sure. 24 grand. 24. No. 52 times 400 is 20,000. Let me scratch all this off. 20,800. $20,800 if you get what's averaging going on 10% of these 521. Now, let's look realistically. You have 521 and you use 10%, 52. Well, after a while, you're going to use these up, right? Well, don't forget, these are loyal customers that like photographers, and they like you as a photographer. They're going to come back, and they're going to keep coming back. But even if they don't, remember, you've got another offer out there that's getting more people to sign up. So this number next month could be 691 if we use the same 170. The next month it's 900. Next month it's 1100. It'll go down if you don't get any more followers. That's the reason why you have more offers, to get more followers. The more followers you have, the more money you bring in, the higher your ROI. But with photography, folks, you are set no matter if you're a shoot and burn or you're an IPS photographer. It does not matter. It does not matter. With just 3%, you're making $1,000. With 10%, you're making $4,000, $3,700 a month. A month. You doing that now? Maybe so. But this makes it easier. And this makes it consistent. If you're an IPS, how are you getting out your information? Both of you. Both of you. No matter which type of photographer you are. How are you getting your information out? Are you using Facebook? Well, then only 10% of the people are seeing it. Do you want to promote everything you do on Facebook? Have at it. Facebook loves you. Or do you want to promote it one time, get your followers, and then just text them? Hey, look at my Facebook. New special going on. Here's what it says. Click here. Takes you to the Facebook. Takes them to your Facebook. Just click here. Click this link. That's all you got to do. Hey, look at my Instagram. Click this link in this text message to look at my special on Instagram. Hey, take a look at this charity work we're doing. Hey, look, we're going to photograph dogs for the Humane Society. We're doing this so it helps promote their adoptions. You send out these texts. People love you. Facebook is failing. Y'all realize that? Y'all know that? That's what the numbers say. Facebook's going down. How are you going to communicate after Facebook? Instagram? Good. Try to promote something on Instagram. Doesn't work. Does not work. Just text them. Look at your ROIs, people. Look at your ROIs. It takes less than 0.5% for photographers to make your money back per month. Okay, next we're going to talk about what to promote to your VIP text club. We're going to talk about what you should send to, or what you can send to your subscribers of your VIP club. It's your exclusive club. Okay, it's what you want to do with it in your marketing. And so what you don't do is you don't send too many texts. You don't send too many um, too many salesy texts. You don't bombard them with everything that's going on. You send 2 to 3 texts a week, and that is all planned out, excuse me, on your marketing calendar. For photographers, I have a marketing calendar that I have been using since I was a photographer, and it's been revamped to work starting earlier on each event, each date, to work for text messaging, and it is proven very fruitful for those who follow it. That's, of course, will be, part of why you have me, is to give you stuff like that. You can adapt it to whatever you want to adapt it to. You can take it as it is and use it. That's all up to you. I'm going to do everything I can do as your representative, as your agent, as your coach to help you make this a success. And as big a success is what it should be, and as fast as it could be. So that marketing calendar will show your what you can send to them. It'll show current calendar of events that you got going on. It'll show you can text your future events to get them excited about it. Your current promotions, your current specials. You can convey any information about closures or vacations through the text club to keep them informed. And you can send tips and helpful information for your customers for their photography sessions. You can basically take over all their thoughts about their family's photography needs. And whenever they start paying attention, they will see when you say, Easter's coming up, we have bunny sessions, and it'll be in very elegant settings, and it'll be a timeless photo. Be sure and get get the dresses for your daughter, and little suits for your son, or whatever you want to put in there, and say this is what we're going to have going, and book now, because once we release it outside of our text club, it's going to be booked up. Of course, your text club's what's going to book it up, because that's what you're telling them. So you're basically promoting information about your studio or about your photography business if you don't have a studio, and your upcoming events that will be happening whenever you have certain events scheduled for special promotions or special dates. That's what you put out there. And you also send celebratory text, congratulations to these seniors who are graduating from, our school, our local schools. Congratulations to Jim and Joni, who just got married. And you're, just like you do on Facebook, or you should be doing on Facebook, you're sending it to this group who will see it before anybody else, because they're going to get instant messages, instant notification about it. So I have several other things that you can promote, but I'm not going to air that out here. That's going to be for my customers only, and it's what I've seen work very well. Some of my text customers are also our retouch customers, because if you didn't know, we are 4K retouch, and we retouch images for several studios, many studios, 11 to be exact studios, and we several of those are in the VIP Text Club, our program, and they have their clubs, and we get to see firsthand what they're doing that works, because it's not just my stuff that works, it's their ideas too, because y'all are all very creative and all brilliant. And whenever I see it, I also offer that to those who are subscribing to us, or who I'm coaching, who I'm representing. But I'm not going to put it out there for everybody to see in with respect to those that are doing it. And so I will pass those ideas along whenever you sign up. So next, we're going to talk about the cost again and how you can get this all for free. Just a short audio section here about the cost of this. As you probably already seen in the other videos that I've done, the cost is $129 per month. There is an initial setup fee of $199. To break this all down, the $199 is paid when you sign up. It is for admin fees to get you ready, and designing fees from the Sentext designers to get your ad, your offer signage ready, and that will be images you can put online, and it can or print out. It's very nice stuff. I've shown you an example of it. Or that is for if you don't want to use Sentext designers basic stuff that they have, and you want to use your own, that's where I'll come in and I'll do it. That it's all included. My fees are included in the setup fees, and so you will not ever pay another setup fee at all. Now, if you want signage to put out, then there's additional fees for that, of course. Or, of course, photographers have plenty of places to order their own, and you're not required to go through Sentext. You can order anything you want on your own and do anything you want to promote it. You don't have to buy anything else through them, through their print shop, through anything. You can use your print shops and your favorite printers to print anything you want. And so you can handle this any way you want to handle it. There's nothing that that contains you to working strictly with the Sentext printing group and design group. It's all however you want to take care of it. I'll show you everything in case you want to use them, but Sentext doesn't make any money off of it. I don't make any money off of it, so you are definitely not bound to use them. The $129 per month is the biggest package that is available. It's actually a $249 package that I offer for $129. I take a very low commission versus taking a large commission. I want to help everybody I can help, and $249 is a little bit scary, even though the ROIs are so huge. But $129 is, less than a cable bill. So that's the fees. Now, when you use me, I am one of the few agents that, reps for Sentext that will offer the 3 months free. You get the first 3 months free, no charge, no $129 charge per month for the first 3 months. You still have to pay the $199 setup fee, but you don't have to pay the $129 per month. And that, I like to do that. It gives you more confidence that you will be able to start making money before that 90 days is up, and you'll have everything in place with my help and your go-getter attitude. Then we will make sure that $129 per month is it's insignificant in the grand scheme of things, because you're going to be making so much more money, and you're going to be able to make plenty of money before you even have to start paying that 129 fee. Now, if you don't want to pay the 129 fee, all you have to do is refer 4 people to me. If they sign up, then you get it completely free. The way it works is the first one you send to me, when they sign up, your bill goes down 25%. The next one, when they sign up, the bill goes down 25%, and so on. And at 4, it is free. It's not free for the next month or the next 2 months. It's free forever, for the life of you being a subscriber to Sentext. You get it for free. The only stipulation to that is if you go over the 5,000 texts that are allowed in the 129 plan, in the value plan, that's called the value plan, then you have to pay 1.9 cents per text overage, but you still don't have to pay the 129 fee. So anything over 5,000 texts, you still have to pay a 1.9% fee, and anything under 5,000 texts, then you get it for free. And so that is called free for life. It's free for the life of your membership. The only other stipulation is they have to sign up with the same or bigger plan that you sign up with. And so I only like to sell the value plan, the 129, what I charge 129 for. I only like to charge that, or to promote that package, because the ones that are smaller are so much smaller and so much more expensive in the long run. You'll be mad at me. You'll say, why didn't you make me get 5,000 per month? Because if you have 200 subscribers, then you send them 4 or 3 a week. 3 a week is 600 times 4 weeks is 2,400. Then that's plenty, right? You won't ever go over, but you'll go over the 1,000 plan, and it's not 1.9% per month or per text when you go over on those. It's way up there. The other thing is, even though you're sending 2,400 texts and you still have 2,600 left, you have people opting in all the time. Whenever they opt in, they see your signage and they text your keyword to the number and they sign in. That's one text. When they receive a text back from Sentext that says you have sent a request to sign in to Joe Blow's Photography VIP Club, do you want to sign up? That's the double opt-in, and that is the second text. When you type yes and send it back, that's the third one. And then whenever they send your information saying you're subscribed, that's the fourth and possibly fifth. So every person that signs up is 4 or 5, depending on how people word their stuff, because sometimes texts go over and it makes another one. Then that's 5 texts, and if you have 100 people sign up per month, that's 500 texts. So you need the biggest plan, and you may want to text more than 2 or 3 times a week. Whenever you may want to text twice saying, hey, this is coming up. We've got this coming up. The deadline for booking or signing up for this special is next week, next Monday at 2 p.m. And then Sunday night, you'll want to send another text that says, don't forget the deadline for sign up is 2 p.m. tomorrow. And then tomorrow, that Monday, you'll want to send another text. So sometimes you'll be using more than you do on average. And so you want to make sure you have plenty. Now, if you get to 1,000 subscribers, what's going to happen? When you send them 2 per week, 4 weeks, that's 8. 8 times, that's 8,000 texts. You see the bigger, but you're going to have such a huge following that 3,000 texts that you sent over, just so y'all just so y'all know, 3,000 times 1.9 cents is $57. It's not a lot of money, even though you went over 3,000. It's $57, and so you're getting your 129 for free. So $57 is no big deal whenever you've got 1,000 followers buying and reading your text and buying what you're selling. So that's how it works. 129 per month after the first 3 months. So on the fourth month, and you have a 199 setup fee. That is non-negotiable. Nothing we can do about it. It is originally set up for $5.99, and the minimum that I can charge and still cover the cost of getting to Sentext and everything is $199, and so that's what I charge. If that is a problem, we can work out something where you can pay it out or whatever you need to do, but that's got to be paid. It's just plain and simple. But the 129, remember, you get it free for the first 3 months. Only when you use me or you use a rep that allows that. Not many allow it. It's something that Sentext offers, but you see, we don't get commission for 3 months. So most of them don't do it. But I don't care. I want you to get the best deal you can possibly get, and I want you to, this is brand new. This 3 free months is brand new. So I want to pass along the savings, because I want you to make as much money as you possibly can. So you're proud of what you're doing and proud of how it's working for you. You recommend it. You send them to me. 4 people come that you recommended, that you told on Facebook or whatever, and next thing you know, yours is free. So that's what it costs. There's no other fees involved. You got an overage fee of 1.9 cents if you have the value plan. It's higher for the lower plans. If you want a lower plan, hit me up about it. I'll tell you about it. But I don't even want to talk about it, because I think it's a waste of money for you. And there's a huge advantage to having that plan. And there's a huge advantage for me to have you on that plan. I don't make much more money. Okay, that doesn't matter. But what it means to me is you can send, especially at the beginning, as many texts as you want, and you're not griping at me because you're getting huge overage fees because you got a little bitty plan and you got to send out more texts than what you have allotted. And so I want you to be happy, and the way you can be happy is you're already saving $129 per month for 3 months. And so why would you not do that plan? Because by the time the 3 months is up, you're going to have everything rolling so good, you're not even going to notice the $129 a month. Okay? So that's how it all works. Y'all need to ask questions if you don't understand it, if I didn't explain it right. Okay, guys and gals, I've got so much more to say because I want y'all to understand how great this is. I don't make a lot of money doing this. I don't. I really don't. This isn't my livelihood. 4K Retouch is. But like I said at the beginning, I saw the value in this as soon as I saw it whenever I had a photography studio. And unfortunately, I had knee issues before I could ever had a chance to put it into play. And I didn't get to utilize it. But I did get to take and add up all the figures and do all the research and look at the possibilities that it had, and I was just blown away. And then when I saw it happening, when I saw it with folks that signed up, I knew and I know that I was right. It is an amazing opportunity, and photographers have the most unique advantage in this, that a lot of what I do is going to be strictly for photographers, for studios. whether you're a shoot and burn no studio or you're an IPS studio. The advantages are so great. It works for both of them so well that I just want to get the word out in the photography community. And I am blessed enough that I have the time to work with each one of you on making sure it works for you. And that's not, you're not going to get that from anybody else. They're going to be all about selling. They're going to be all about getting somebody to sign up and moving along to the next person. And I want to work with you, each one of you, in getting the proper marketing plan for your texting side and watch you succeed. If you make $1 bazillion, I get paid the same thing as if you make $0. And that's the problem with some things in life, is that people see that in the wrong way. Some reps will go say, well, I'll make money whether you make money or not, because you're under contract. By the way, I think I forgot to tell you all this. There is a contract. It is generally it is for 12 months. Of course, the first 3 months is free, and so you only have to actually pay in for the 9 months. And so you are under contract. And so some reps will just say they're going to have to pay anyway. It doesn't matter to me if they make money or not. But that's not how it works for me. This is going to be my livelihood in my old age. And I'm getting there pretty fast. I'm 50 years old, and like you already know, some of my health issues aren't real great, knees wise, and I'm out of shape, and I'm doing some exercising, and I'm just like a lot of y'all. I've got things going on in my life, but what I do have is the passion to make sure that I can do everything in my power, or that I do everything in my power to make sure that this works for you. So say the worst case scenario, in 3 months you go, I've only got 20 subscribers. Why would I even be texting them this and that? Well, the only reason why you'd be at 20 subscribers is because you haven't sent me a text or gave me a call and said, hey, this ain't working. Because I know how to make it work. I know how to make it work for anybody. And so the only way it's not going to work is if you're not putting the effort in. And I want you to let me help you. So in conclusion, the price is right. There's no doubt about it. The service is phenomenal. The actual texting is phenomenal. You've got a coach that wants to help you. So why would you not do this for your company? The only reason you wouldn't want to do this is if you don't want to grow. If you don't want to have more people, more of your customers come back, then don't do it. If you don't want your business to grow, don't do it. It'd just be a waste of money. So I'm offering you the lowest rate you can get with Sentext. I'm offering you 3 months free. I'm offering you the lowest setup fee. And I want you to help yourself and let me help you. So at the end of this video, right now, click on the link and send me a text, send me a email, go to the website, my website. It's in the description below, and contact me. It doesn't lock you into anything. I'm not going to sell to you. I'm here to answer your questions. I'm not a salesman. That's not what I do. I like helping people, and I want to help you. So scroll down, click on the link to my website, fill out the form, or just give me a call or shoot me a text. There's a text number at the top of the page, or it's my phone number, it's my cell phone number. So either use it to give me a call or text me, or use the form to get me to call you back. So whatever works for you, you just need to get it done. And by the way, the 3 free months, I don't know how long it'll last. Okay, this is something brand new. They're either going to stick with it or they won't. I'm talking about Sentext wise. And I'll either stick with it or I won't. So let's utilize everything we can utilize while we can utilize it. And that time's now. So give me a call, give me a text, shoot me an email, and let's talk about your business and what we can do for you.